welcome to our channel. In our channel, we cover the gross anatomy lectures and also the easy embryology, histology in the nutshell, radiological anatomy, anatomy quiz, anatomy practical exam preparations, and also the anatomical variations. So if you visit the channel, you can see all these playlists. So those who are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe now so that, and also get the alert notifications so that you will receive the everyday updates. So now we are continuing with the development of the alimentary system, and we have started with the foregut derivatives. In this class, we will see only the development of the duodenum. So the duodenum develops from two sources, partly from the foregut and partly from the midgut. So above one, including the hepatopancreatic ampulla, is from the terminal part of the foregut. Below the ampulla is from the proximal part of the midgut. So if you see this primitive duodenum presents a loop with a ventral convexity and it is placed in the median plane. So in the adult, if you see that duodenum is convexity is to the right, but in the embryology it is towards the ventral part. Only this foregut segment of this duodenum will be having the ventral mesogastrium, same like the stomach. So if you observe in this is the primitive duodenum, which is having the ventral convexity. The foregut segment up to the hepatopancreatic ampulla is having the ventral mesogastrium, so that it will be forming the part of the lesser omentum. That's why first part of the duodenum is having the lesser omentum attached. And this dorsal wall of the duodenum is attached to the dorsal mesoduodenum. So the development of the duodenum to reach its adult position, it undergoes three phases: rotation, fixation, and axial rotation. So we will see one by one. Rotation, when it develops, is when this midgut rotation occurs and the midgut stays in the physiological umbilical hernia for 5 weeks from the 5th week to the 10th week. And when they enter the abdominal cavity, the cecum will rotate around 180 degree in the abdominal cavity anti-clockwise. When it is rotating, it pushes the duodenum to the right. So that is how this duodenum rotation takes place. So this large gut is pushing the loop of the primitive duodenum to the right side as if it is occupying in the midline with the ventral convexity. This duodenum is standing. So this large gut is pushing the loop of this primitive duodenum to the right side, and so that it is pressed against the dorsal body wall. So this fixation, whenever we tell fixation in embryology, losing the peritoneum covering this, that will be the fixation. So this duodenum loses this peritoneal covering on the posterior surface by coming in contact with the parietal peritoneum of the dorsal body wall. So both layers of peritoneum disappear. So this is how we are telling the duodenum is in the midline with the ventral convexity. When the large gut is entering and it is pushing the duodenum to the right, so that this dorsal mesoduodenum is last, and that's how the duodenum has become retroperitoneal. Axial rotation. So this, what is this axial rotation, is very interesting. Only the second part of the duodenum is undergoing rotation. That is called axial rotation. Cause is due to the difference in the growth of the duodenal wall. So this finishes the development of the duodenum, three phases: rotation to the right, fixation, and axial rotation. If you see this duodenum, during the 8th week, the lumen of the primitive duodenum is obliterated by the proliferation of the lining endodermal cells, and usually by the end of the 3rd month, this lumen is recanalized. If it is not recanalized, then occurs this duodenal atresia. It may affect any part of the duodenum, but mostly frequent below the hepatopancreatic ampulla. The duodenal atresia may also be caused by the anular pancreas. which is the congenital abnormality of the pancreas. So it is the also the commonest cause of the duodenal atresia. So we have completed the duodenum in the development of the duodenum in this class. So we have we are doing the foregut derivatives. We try to see the next class for the other foregut derivatives. So those who are not subscribed to our channel, subscribe now so that you will receive the everyday updates.